Hello, this is TJ with the Trend Jumper Trading System and NetPicks.com. I've been showing you a lot of futures lately, and I thought today I would change it up a bit and show you some Forex. I'm going to show you some of the current trades that I'm currently in, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to give you some free trades, some trades that just are either about to trigger in or just triggered in, and you could either take the trades yourself or paper trade them and practice and follow along. And then we'll come back a little bit later and revisit these trades. So these are really simple. The strategy I like to use with Trend Jumper is with daily charts. Each one of these bars is a whole day's worth of trading. And so I only have to check my charts once a day at the end of the day. And then I either place a trade or I manage a trade. And then I go on to the next chart. And like this, I could look at a bunch of different pairs, get a lot of diversification, spend very little time in front of my computer, remove myself from the actual trade equation because once I place a trade, I don't have to think about it for another day, and I could use the exact same strategy on every pair. Remember, what the Trend Jumper is trying to do is find immediate support and resistance to jump off of. So let's start with the pound Japanese yen. This is a really dynamic pair. It used to have a wide spread. The spread's gotten a lot smaller. With the end of day charts, it's a very small percentage now. It's about 2 or 3 pips only. Very easy. You have a setup right here. Got long. This is on November 19th. And 2 days later, it zoomed up and hit its target. And that's exactly what Trend Jumper is supposed to do. It was like jumping right off of a trampoline. And half the position was exited. And the remaining position is trailing this green dotted line. Okay, and the trade is actually still going. Believe it or not, this is where we are today. So this trade is still going. The trailer has already exceeded the 156 pip target. But in the meantime, Trend Jumper has identified some additional setups where we could actually add to our position and build a bigger position while we take advantage of this acceleration in this uptrend. So this first trade actually came up and hit a first target, the middle target, where you have the option to scale out some of your position size and then move your stop up to lock in and have a risk-free trade. That happened the very next day. Then it came down, and you would want to stop out with a risk-free, get out of the way at this point. But on the very same bar, when that bar closed, you could actually add to your position. And a couple days later, it came up and triggered in. Okay, so we'll manage this position independent of the first position. It even gave us another setup where we had the option to double down, if you will, because this is a very powerful configuration. Quite often you can really cash in. So with small risk, you could take advantage of these big setups. So this is still going. So keep in mind, I've already got well over 350 pips already on this trade. So all these add-on trades, very small risk. I'm risking this small amount here to make this big amount here on each one of these positions. So it's a unique way to trade. It's very effective. Let's look at some other examples. Here's a look at the Aussie US. This trade triggered in a few days ago on the 3rd of December, and it's been nothing but up. It's in a risk-free position already. It's trying to get to this third target here, which will be 105 pips, and then of course we'll continue to trail. And who knows, we may even get to add to our position. This is a trade in progress. The stop, I put an orange line here to show you where it is. It's already got a little bit of profit locked in. So worst case scenario is you get out of the way of this trade with a small gain, but you have the potential for a big gain with absolutely zero risk. Kind of trade I love. And while we're talking about an Aussie pair, take a look at this Aussie yen. This is a phenomenal chart. It was extremely profitable in 2012. Currently in this trade right here. And this is a trade that just triggered in a few days ago. Got in at 86.59. Add to that a few pips of spread. Trying to get to 87.74. A lot of activity in the Euro US. 2 trades just closing out just the other day. A long trade that started back here on November 20th And this one triggered in, zoomed up to full target for 125 pips in just 3 days, and then continued to trail on up. Second position grabbed 161 pips, but this is a great example of what I mean, being able to build a position to take advantage of increasing momentum in the direction of your trade. We were able to pick up an additional position here. A few days later, it exited for another 143 pips. The stop moved up to protect the other half of that position, so when it came down hard, stopped out for 37 pips on the trailer. You got hundreds of pips here just over the last month and a half on just a few trades. Look how accurate the target was on that final trade. The Kiwi yen, the New Zealand dollar Japanese yen, is in a really nice trade dating back to November 19th. I mean, this trade took me 5 minutes to place, and I really haven't had to do anything except increase my stop and trail. Got 150 pips on the first part of my position, and it's still trailing higher. This pair is up already over 1,900 pips just this year alone. So notice how all the trades look the same, how clean the chart is. You only need one chart to make these trades. All the trades show up in the data window over here. Just click on the setup bar. It's just such an easy way to trade. So now let me show you some current trades. Some of these you may want to track or trade. Follow along. Alright, so now's the time to get out a pen and paper. Write these down. We have a current trade. It's sitting right on the entry at 5296. It's targeting 5173. And our stop will be at 5362. Add a little spread to that. This has been an amazing pair, the pound Aussie. It's gained over 4,100 pips in 2012. And it's done so with a 76% winning percentage. You can see some winning trades in here. There was a small loss right here. Every now and then you're going to get a small loss, but you know what? November still ended up with 268 pips of profit. In fact, October had one trade for 389 pips. That was this trade here. 227 pips in September. 298 pips in August. You get the point. Just a few trades and a few minutes a day looking at the charts. So there's a live trade you could track. Here's another trade that just triggered in. Pound dollar. Very strong market for us. This one just got long. Maybe you could pick it up on a pullback if you'd like. The entry was at 6098. I would round that to 7002. You can grab it around that level, and it's targeting 6260. The target's up off the chart up here. And the stop is at 6012. And I think I would adjust that down a little bit below the swing level. So go to 5998 for that one. Nice size trade. Alright, here's another one you could take if you'd like. It's a little bit above the entry. If it pulls back down, you could even adjust below the low of this bar. 5457. Maybe get in at 5449, right about there. This trade got short at 5477. Targeting 5248. The Euro New Zealand dollar. Another great pair. This pair has won over 5,200 pips this year. That's over 5,200 pips just in 2012. And the year's not over. Now you have a chance to participate in maybe what could be one of the final trades of the year. And there are so many great trade opportunities. There's a lot more trades. They set up with great frequency. That's all I got for you today. If you want to learn more about the Trend Jumper, make sure you join us on our webinar happening this Thursday on December 13th. So I hope to see you then. This is TJ with the Trend Jumper Trading System and NetPicks.com.